Every morning, the countryside awakened beneath a sky painted with golden light, where birds sang softly and the gentle
The sun is
breeze
so
danced
warm
through the
today.
leaves.
It feels
In one
so
quiet
good to
little
grow.
garden, hidden away from the busy world, a tiny story was just beginning. Deep beneath the rich brown soil lived a little potato.
Wow, you all look so
It couldn't see the
happy.
sunshine,
You're all
the
smiling
colorful
so
flowers,
proudly.
or
We
the
are
smiling
proud.
faces above. Still, it dreamed that one day someone would notice it. Above the ground, bright carrots, juicy tomatoes, and giant pumpkins stood proudly, admired by everyone
These
who passed
tomatoes
by.
are so red.
The little
And
potato
look at
could
my
only
carrots.
imagine what it
This
was like to be
cabbage
seen.
is huge. So much
Maybe
fun.
I'm not special, it whispered to itself. Day after day, as others
Look at
received all the
these
attention,
carrots. And
the little
so
potato
many
felt forgotten
tomatoes.
and
Our
alone.
pumpkins are huge.
Then one day, gentle rain began to fall. Each tiny drop soaked into the earth, bringing fresh life to everything it touched. Deep below the surface, the little potato realized that even the darkest places could be filled with hope. When the sun returned, the garden sparkled with fresh morning light.
These fresh vegetables
Flowers
will
bloomed
make a
brighter than
lovely
ever,
stew.
and the vegetables stretched
Almost
happily
ready
toward the
now.
sky. The little potato waited patiently, believing that its moment would come. Soon, children arrived with baskets in
Here
their
you go,
hands,
dear.
laughing
Careful,
as
it's
they
hot.
picked the colorful
you, Grandma.
vegetables one by
Of
one.
course, I hope it helps.
Carrots disappeared. Tomatoes were carefully gathered. Even the giant pumpkins were carried away. But once again,
Grandma, this
no
soup
one
smells
noticed the little
wonderful.
potato.
I'm glad,
Although
dear.
it
It's
felt
your
lonely,
favorite.
I
the
love
little
it.
You're
potato
welcome,
refused
sweetie.
to give up. Deep inside, it believed that every life has a purpose, even if that purpose takes time to reveal
Here's
itself.
some warm soup for you, dear.
Then, one
Thank you,
peaceful
Grandma.
morning,
It smells
a kind
wonderful.
grandmother
Enjoy it,
walked
my
into the
love.
garden with a warm smile and an empty basket. Unlike everyone else, she looked carefully beneath the leaves and gently brushed away the soft earth. There it was. The little potato. Instead of passing it by, she lifted it with loving hands, treating it as though it were something truly precious. For the very first time, the little potato saw the beautiful world above the ground. Endless green fields stretched into the distance. Birds sang joyful songs, and the warm sunshine wrapped everything in golden light. It was even more beautiful than it had ever imagined. Back at the cozy farmhouse, the grandmother lovingly prepared fresh vegetables for a family meal. She washed the little potato with care before placing it into a pot alongside carrots, onions, fragrant herbs, and warm broth. Slowly, together, they became a comforting soup filled with love, warmth, and kindness. Nearby sat a little boy who had been sick for many days. He looked tired and quiet, and it had been a long time since anyone had seen him smile. The grandmother gently handed him a bowl of the warm soup. He took one small spoonful, then another. Little by little, warmth returned to his face. Color came back to his cheeks, and before long, a gentle smile appeared. Seeing the little boy laugh again filled the grandmother's heart with joy. In that simple meal was something much greater than food. It carried love, comfort, and hope. At that moment, the little potato finally understood its true purpose. It wasn't meant to be the brightest, the biggest, or the most admired vegetable in the garden. It was meant to bring comfort to someone who truly needed it. The grandmother smiled softly and said, "The greatest gifts are often the ones we almost overlook." As the sun slowly set over the peaceful garden, the evening breeze whispered through the leaves, carrying a quiet story of kindness, patience, and hope. And so, the little potato's dream finally came true. Not by becoming the most beautiful vegetable, but by becoming the one that warmed a child's heart. Because true worth is never measured by how many people notice you. It is measured by the kindness you share, the comfort you bring, and the difference you make in someone else's life.